Hello and welcome. Today we'll be testing Avira free antivirus. It will go up against Panda Dome free. We have quite a bit of malware samples we need to get executing today. We also just above 2,000 samples again. We'll see if there's any cracks in the programs, how well they perform under pressure. So let's have a look see on Avira. Okay, so let's have a look at Avira settings. Okay, we left it there. Security, we didn't change any of the software updater. Okay, so look at security, we look at the protection options. All these options are for the paid version, hence why they are disabled. So obviously no ransomware protection, no email, no web protection for the free antivirus, unfortunately. So we have quite a bit of ransomware samples in our sample list, so it might be a bad idea for Avira if it doesn't have ransomware protection, but that's fine, we'll still test it. Okay, so have a look at the real-time shield. Okay, so system scanner, we set all files and scan priority is high. Under scan, we also set obviously all files. Action, we set automatic to quarantine. Archive to scan archives. Heuristic is set to high. Real-time shield, all files, scan archives and monitor network drives. Scan, it's obviously the same. Further actions, heuristic, we also set high again. Internet protection, firewall is enabled. And under advanced settings, that's obviously just to configure any advanced things under the firewall, which obviously uses the Windows firewall. Okay, so I'm just going to close that. All the other settings are just the added on modules. I'm not going to use that. And that is about that, guys. So let's quickly disable Avira so we can extract the malware. Okay, so we have quite a bit of samples, 2048 latest samples we have. Let's extract them. Okay, so while we wait for that, let's go to Panda. Okay, so I have a look see at Panda settings. Okay, so everything is enabled. We just disable the ask to neutralize virus, so it will then hopefully automatically neutralizes the virus. As far as I know, there's no ransomware shield for Panda Free Dome as well. So it's a kind of fair test, fair and maybe not fair because they are ransomware, but at least they both don't have the ransomware module. So everything is here. I think while I'm here at the exclusion, we can't add it here. Just want to see if we can add the script here maybe. Okay, so we added the script. Okay, so everything is here, it's on under general. Let's quickly check for updates. Okay, I assume it's up to date, can't see anything. Okay, we're going to extract the malware. Okay, so we're back. I had to wait for the extraction to finish. So I just want to show you guys on Avira. So scan, and then obviously the firewall is on, and I selected it to a private network. And for some reason the Avira icon is not showing anymore, so I'm not sure why. Okay, so I'm just gonna enable the protection module. Okay, so protection is on, and Panda is starting to quarantine the threads, although let's maybe just quickly switch that off. Okay, so real-time scanner, as you guys can see, everything is still the same. Heuristic is high. Okay, so let's just make sure the program is up to date. Same for Panda. Okay, so I assume Panda's up to date. I assume Avira's also up to date. Okay, so I'm gonna enable the protection since Panda is very anxious to get started. Antivirus. Okay, so let's enable everything. Do that. Okay, so Panda's already starting to quarantine threads, so I think I need to get this test going. Okay, so Panda seems to be cleaning quite a bit of malware, so I need to get this test started. Okay guys, I'm gonna start the test. Okay, so Avira is already complaining. I'm just gonna have my shutdown command ready. As you guys know, there is one of the malware in there that wants to shut down the machine. So I'm just getting that ready. Okay, so it's going to take some time, quite a bit of malware. Anything interesting happens, I'll show you guys. Otherwise, I'm just going to wait for the scans to finish. Hello. Okay, so Panda is restarting on its own. And it was not due to that other malware saying that it was going to reboot. This is just completely like a super random restart. So I'm going to wait for it to come back up again. Hopefully it does, and then I'll just continue the testing. But so far Avira is executing the malware, and it's actually looking pretty good. I'm actually quite surprised, considering not really anything running in memory as of yet. So it seems like Avira is doing actually a really good job. But yeah, I'll come back to you guys now. Okay, the test is done on Avira. So I'm just attending to the last bit of pop-ups. Obviously still executing malware on the Panda machine. So far it seems like Avira is not doing too bad. Okay, let's have a look, see, because obviously I left all the malware that's like physically open. I just wanted to leave that open so I can show you guys. So this is obviously Not sure what that is. Then we obviously have that same Chinese app that we've seen on the other tests. Then obviously we have Venom, this lock picker. Let's close that, close that. Okay, just trying to get all of this closed. Okay, I'm just going to attend to all these messages. Seems a bit slow, and then when they're all closed, I'll show you guys the results. Okay, and the malware execution is finished on the Panda VM. I'm just closing the last bit of Excel documents. For the Avira machine, we still have the two look file walker open windows that are processing these two, and they are taking quite some time and are a bit slow, so I'm just waiting for them to finish, and then I'll start with the scans on the Avira machine. I'm just attending to these last Excel sheets, then I'll start with my scan for Panda as well. Okay, I think all the Excel sheets are now open. Should be able to close them all now. Okay, so Panda shows at quarantine 197 threads, which is not quite a lot for the amount of malware that we were testing with. But we'll see if that is accurate or not. Okay, let me just quickly close these Excel sheets and then I'll start the scans. Okay, so I've managed to close everything. Just to take a note is it seems like there is a malware that converts your files so that it opens up in Excel. So as you guys can see, Trend Micro, Norton, NCSoft and ESET is apparently Excel files, same as my malware and Process Explorer. So if you open up Process Explorer, so I think this is maybe a ransomware, maybe some form of ransomware that encrypts your files to an Excel document maybe. So I think that's most probably a ransomware. Let's close that. Yeah, so as you can see, Process Explorer is trying to open up an Excel, which it will never. I'm just copying a new Process Explorer. Let's see. So Process Explorer, yeah, as you guys can see, it's not opening, not permissions. So at least it looks like, if you just look at the desktops, I think Avira is already in a better condition. So yeah, so even the malware samples, they have all been encrypted, or not all. The majority of them encrypted. Let's look at our documents. Ouch. So our documents are encrypted except for this one, but these two documents are encrypted. Pictures. Yeah, and our pictures are encrypted as well. Let's have a look at see at the readme file. So it's definitely ransomware infection. So it seems like Panda ate from the wrong tree or a branch. It's not healthy, it's got some stomach ache problems. Yeah, so files are encrypted, blah blah blah. Just trying to see what malware or ransomware that this might be. Yeah, okay, cool. No, I don't know. Yeah, so the fact that there's ransomware infection is kinda, I would say the test is in any case now at an end. If you are infected with ransomware, it's done, it's over, it's dusted, your machine is history. No point in trying to decrypt the stuff. Maybe if you can, if it's an older ransomware or something, yeah, then obviously you can decrypt, but for the newer ones, there's an extremely small chance that you'll be able to decrypt. So, I'm gonna do a scan just for interest sake, just to see what Panda's able to detect. But obviously Panda does not have a ransomware shield module, so kinda no surprise that there's ransomware infection. But Avira also doesn't have that, and I cannot see that there's a ransomware infection. So as you can see, at least Avira, we still have our files. Let's look at documents. Yeah. Okay, so just by judging these two, I think you guys know which one between the two you need to use. Definitely can't recommend Panda, which is sad. I do like the name Panda, but maybe the paid versions. I'll test the Panda paid versions. I've already set up the VM, so I want to test the Panda paid versions. But free antiviruses, nope, I cannot recommend Panda. The majority of free antivirus vendors in any case now have ransomware shields kind of built in. Panda does not, which I can understand. Obviously you would like to keep those features exclusive to the paid version. Okay, so I'm doing a quick scan. I'm not going to do a full scan, it's pointless. The machine's already ransomware infected. So I'm just going to do a quick scan for interest sake just to see what it can find. Then I'll start with the third-party opinion scanners. I'm just giving these two Luke Firewalkers some more time to process, but I think I'm going to start with the quick scan for Avira in any case, and then I'll show you guys the results. Hello everyone, so I'm back. Okay, so Malwarebytes for the Avira was stuck in scanning memory. It only found one item, so I cancelled that about 31 minutes ago, as you can see, and I started a new scan, and for 31 minutes it's checking for updates. I even disabled the network adapter to see if I can trick Malwarebytes from not seeing internet and then moving on, and it's clearly not doing that. So Malwarebytes is stuck, so unfortunately I won't be able to give results with Malwarebytes. And you would notice that Panda is back. The reason for that is I paused the VM because someone is connected to this VM via AnyDesk. So I'm going to start the VM again. So it seems like one of the malware obviously deploys AnyDesk and creates an unattended session. So someone was snooping on the VM, so I just paused it. Let's see if I can actually get it started again. So if you had Panda and you came across this malware, then someone is on your machine, which is kind of scary. Yeah, so Malwarebytes is a no-no. We won't be able to get results. Let's just close all these error messages. And MCSoft didn't do a scan. That is really strange. Let's do a scan again. Let's see. Okay, so let's look at the results for Hitman Pro. So malware there, then in temp, malware on the desktop in that specific folder. Okay. And then obviously under system 32 we have quite a bit, and on the Windows, so there's, I think these are the more persistent malware, maybe, but not that many considering it's Avira free and also there's no ransomware module. We're still getting these malware pop-ups. Malwarebytes I'm just gonna close, that's a lost case. Norton Power Eraser. Seems to, okay, cool. I thought it was stuck on 6%. Yeah, so 28 detections on the program data, app data, desktop, public. So yeah, quite a bit of malware. According to Norton. Obviously a lot of cleaning still happening here. Panda seems to be not happy because I paused it. Let's try signing in again. Let's try that one. Let's look at Process Explorer. So there's one malware there. I think that's the same malware that was on the Avast Premium, if I'm not mistaken. So it seems like they haven't found a signature yet or a way to get rid of that malware, because that malware is definitely a couple of days old and it's still getting into systems, so it might be a difficult one to stop. Okay, so let's quickly check for MCSoft, give it a chance. And it seems like all my scans are now closed. Okay, cool. That's awesome. Okay, but nonetheless, Panda definitely failed. Sorry guys, I really wanted to show you guys the results, because there were. Trend Micro found problems, Malwarebytes obviously found a lot of problems. But the VM was so slow, and obviously I saw there was an AnyDesk session open, and someone obviously was connected to the machine, so I just had to pause it. But yeah, Panda definitely failed. Let's see if I can open Process Explorer now. Nope, still can't open Process Explorer. Let's see if AnyDesk is still running. If they can maybe reconnect, maybe they will be able to reconnect and I can show you guys that. Yeah, so there's AnyDesk still running. So let's maybe see if they will be able to connect again. Because I really like to show you guys it, but it was so slow and it was not, I couldn't actually show you guys. So I would have actually loved to show you guys that result. So as you can see, any disk is not installed, but it's definitely on the system. Yeah, so a bunch of things running here. There's that same malware that's on Avira. Let's see if I can get... Oh yes, we can show the results. Yay! Let's see if we can see the results. And we obviously have this command prompt that's opening up, which is not me. Okay, so MCsoft is still scanning. Found a malware on the desktop. Okay, so I'm just gonna wait for this to open up, speed it up a bit. When it's all open, I'll show you guys the results, or what I can show you guys. Okay, so the results are open. So as you can see for Trend Micro, that's the time that the scan obviously completed. Quite a bit of malware, app data, etc. So quite a bit of malware, app data. Avira is blocking threads, but it might be because MCsoft is scanning for that malware or accessing that malware. Yeah, so that's Trend Micro's results. We still have this, let's close that. Okay, so this is Malwarebytes results. Backdoor. Wouldn't be surprised if any of these are the ones responsible for the AnyDesk connection, maybe. But yeah, registry values, files, folders, under public data, quite a bit. Oh yeah, let's just arrange them by location. So app data, quite a lot under app data. Quite a lot. Yeah, that one seems legit. App data, so quite a lot on the app data. Now it's the malware on the desktop, so we can skip that. SV host file. Okay, library files on the public. And the system 32, and then a bunch of registry keys. Sure. Yeah, I think this is one of the machines I've tested that had the most registry keys injected. Yeah, so this Panda is not healthy. Hopefully your vet can save it, because I think this Panda might be past the point for anyone to save it. Yeah, so this machine, yeah, ransomware infection, multiple other infections, you lost your data, so you have to start anew. Let's close this. I'm just gonna restart this machine for the fun of it. Avira is still scanning. I want to see maybe if it restarted and all the services are running normally again, if that person or group is maybe able to connect again via AnyDesk. I would like to show you guys that. So maybe if it restarted, everything starts up normally. Maybe the suspension of the VM stopped their services. So I'm giving, let's see what happens. This one is scanning in any case, so I need to wait in any case. So reboot it. When it's up and running again, I'll show the VM to you guys. Okay, and we're back. MCsoft managed to complete the scans. So let's check by location. So program data, app data, and then under the desktop, okay, so then quite a bit under the public as well, and then there's obviously a task. Okay, so yeah, so the Avira machine is obviously infected. No way you can trust this machine either, but at least you still have your data. No ransomware infection. You can just take your data, back it up, reload the machine, or hopefully you do already have backups. Let's have a look see at the startup. So only one item in the startup, that's not bad, but yeah, still the machine is infected. And there's our persistent malware. For Panda, it's a completely different story. So this is what we have in startup. Quite a bit of nonsense here. Unnecessary Java. Yeah, so quite a bit of things under the startup. Extremely high disk usage the whole time. Let's close that. And then obviously we had all these notepad files just opening up. I wouldn't be surprised if they're actually scripts or something and they're just opening up with the wrong program. Yeah, so but I can't see that AnyDesk started anymore, so I wanted to show that. I couldn't see AnyDesk, so might just be a once-off. Once the machine reboots, they lose their connection. But yeah, no other AnyDesk running. But yeah, this VM is totally screwed. Okay guys, so once again, thank you for watching. Well, let me know what you guys thought about this video. We'll be making some changes, spicing it up a bit on the next tests. But let me know what you guys thought. Any comments, I'll gladly read them. And more tests coming soon, more videos being uploaded. So stay tuned, regular tests. But until next time guys, I'll see you guys again.